Hello my dear students, and welcome back to another episode. Episode 7, an advertisement for Kuwait. And today we're going to learn about the first conditional. What is the first conditional? If the weather is sunny, we will go to the park. As you can see, this sentence is made up of two parts. The first part, if the weather is sunny, that's the condition. If the weather is sunny. Now what's going to happen? Here comes the second part, the result. We will go to the park. That's the result. So when do we use the first conditional if? We use the first conditional if to talk about possible situations and their consequences in the future. Where will you stay if you travel to Dubai? If I travel to Dubai, I will stay in Burj Al Arab Hotel. Now, if the condition is true, if I travel to Dubai, then this is what's going to happen. This is, I will stay in Burj Al Arab Hotel. What will you do if you travel to Dubai? If I travel to Dubai, I will go shopping. Now, if you pay attention, we use the comma after the first part, after the condition, if I travel to Dubai, and before the result, I will go shopping. What else will you do if you travel to Dubai? If I travel to Dubai, I will also go to the aquarium. Now, I've got a question for you. What is the verb tense in these examples? Think about it. The answer is, the condition takes the present simple, and the result takes a future simple. Let me give you another example. If it rains, you will get wet. Now this is an affirmative sentence. How about we change it into the negative sentence? If it doesn't rain, you won't get wet. Now, pay attention. If it doesn't rain, when we change the first part into negative, what we did is we added doesn't. We will add doesn't or don't before the verb, and the verb will come in its base or root form, so rain. Now for the second part, for the result, we change will into won't. Will plus not, won't or will not. Now let me give you another example. If you don't hurry, you will miss the train. Now, if the subject is singular, we use doesn't, except for you and I. And here we have you, and that's why we're gonna use don't. Don't hurry. You will miss the train. As you can see, we only change the first part of the sentence into negative. If it's cloudy, I will stay at home. This is an affirmative sentence. Now, how do we form the first conditional in a sentence? If I study, I will pass my exams. If plus the present simple, then the comma will plus the verb, the future simple. I will pass my exams if I study. Now, what did we do here? It's the same example, but we changed the order. We reversed the order. So the result is in the beginning, and we change the condition. I will pass my exam if I study. What else did we change? We did not use a comma. So if we reverse the order, we don't use a comma. We use it to talk about possible situations and their consequences in the future. Now let's change the same example into negative. If I don't study, I won't pass my exam. Because we have I here, we use don't. Don't study. And for the second part, for the result, we change will into won't. Won't pass. More examples. Now this is an example in the affirmative sentence. If I study, I will pass my exams. Let's change it into negative. If I don't study, I won't pass my exam. We added don't because we have I, and we added won't for the second part before the verb. Now, what if we want to ask a question? If I study, will I pass my exam? More examples. If he studies, he will pass his exam. We have the condition first, and then the result, and we used will with the result and if with the condition. Now let's change it into negative. If he doesn't study, he won't pass his exams. Here, because the subject is singular, we used doesn't. Let's change the same sentence into a question. If he studies, will he pass his exams? Make negative. Now just a reminder, we change will into won't or will not. Do as shown between brackets. If I have a lot of money, I will buy a car. Change into negative. Remember, 1. Negate the verb of the first part. 2. Negate will in the second part. Now check your answers. If I don't have a lot of money, I will not buy a car. Another example. If I don't go to the park, I will collect some flowers. Correct. Now we have will here, and we have to correct it. What are we going to do? 1. Look at the word between the brackets. 2. Check what the mistake is. 3. Correct the mistake. 4. Reread the sentence with your correction to double check. Let's do it. Let's check your answers. If I don't go to the park, I won't collect some flowers. We change will into will not. Now, what I need you to do is think of 2 sentences using the first conditional if. I will give you some examples first. If I study hard, I will get high marks. She visits her friend. She will be happy. Now try and do it on your own and write 2 sentences. Choose the correct answer. John is the captain of the football team at school. Today, his team played, will play a match against a very strong team. If they win this match, all the school will be, was happy. Think about it. Try to do it on your own. Now let's check your answers. John is the captain of the football team at school. Today, his team. So this hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen in the future. And that's why we're going to use will play a match against a very strong team. If they win, now here's the condition. If they win, what's going to happen? This match, all the school will be, because for the result, we use the future simple. Now, we're moving on to conjunctions. What is meant by conjunctions? Do you know? Conjunctions are words that are used to connect words or phrases. She was absent because she was very sick. Why was she absent? What is the reason? Well, because she was very sick. So we use because when we want to present a reason. Why are you studying hard? Because I want to pass. Now let's move on to another connector. It's very hot, so I switched on the AC. So, when do we use so? We use so to present a consequence or a result. It's very hot, so that's why I switched on the AC. I like mangoes and bananas. And. When do we use and? That's easy. We use and for addition. They are poor but they are very happy. Now here we have opposite ideas. We use but to show the difference. They are poor, but they are very happy. Now test yourself. Join the following sentences. We study English. We study Arabic. Here we have an addition. That's why we're going to use and. We study English and Arabic. She is fat. She can run fast. Now, here we have a contradiction. She is fat, so you assume she's going to be slow. So what are we going to use? We're going to use but. She is fat, but she can run fast. Let's do some exercises. Complete the sentences with the words in the box. And, while, because, so, or, after that, if, first. In Kuwait, you can't swim in the sea. You can sit on the beach. Here we have an addition, so we're using and. 2. You should come to Kuwait. It's a wonderful country. Why should I come to Kuwait? Present your reason. Because you come to Kuwait, you will have great fun. So here we have the condition, so we're going to use if. If you come to Kuwait, you will have great fun. Shall we have chicken? Fish. You have two options here. That's why we're going to use or. We'll go shopping. We'll go to the museum. We're starting with something. That's why we're using first. After that, we'll go to the museum. You're walking around Feilika. You'll see some very old building. While you're walking around Feilika, you will see some very old buildings. Kuwait is a beautiful country. You should visit it. So, you should visit it. Now try to do these exercises on your own. Student book, page 24, exercise 5. In this episode, we learned how to use the first conditional if in the affirmative and negative form. How to connect sentences using suitable connectors. Thank you for watching.